Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're back with another banger of a video. One day I was just chilling, just minding my own business, enjoying the YouTube algorithm, when suddenly something caught my attention. It was one of those TikTok DIY LED cloud ceiling videos. Now it fascinated me, it intrigued me. So I did what I do best. I went on YouTube and I searched for all the YouTube videos that I could find on this topic, because I wanted to find the best way that I could do this myself. Now, I'm really pleased with the end result, so I'm gonna share with you how I did it. Let's bring some of these inside of here. For the materials on the left side, we have polyester versus polypropylene. They're almost the same, but there are slight differences. You can see it in the texture. This is more plasticky and little fibers, where these are like longer fibers woven together. I have both, so I think I'm going to use both of them for this project. So what I have here is this huge blanket that I will use to take out all the polyester, and then I can glue it to my roof. I mean, this is just insane, right? What am I doing with my life? Oh, look at this! What we found in here! Cute little kitty. Maybe I have to clarify something here. I used an old blanket that I didn't need anymore because it was cheaper for me to do so than to buy some polyester. Also, in my country, which is Belgium, it's harder to find raw materials like polyester fibers, and when I order something like that online, it takes up to 3 weeks before it arrives from Amazon, and it can be more expensive. Now, if you live in America, I think that you can just find polyester at your local hardware store, and it's probably better than to recycle an old blanket. Now, let's continue with the video. I'm going to weigh this first to see how much material I've gathered from one of these blankets. So I have 10 meters of LED strip, RGB LED strip. They are waterproof, 6000 lumen, that's pretty good. Okay, so we got two 5-meter strips, so in total 10 meters. And then we also have this connector and this plug. And lastly, this little white box with an adapter. Let's plug them in. Then this goes here. Now let's hang the LED strips. I watched a ton of YouTube videos and I saw people do this in a lot of different ways. Personally, I didn't like it when people hung their LEDs in an unnatural way. What do I mean by that? When you look at lightning, you don't see spirals or squares, you see pure randomness. Nobody can predict where the lightning is going. A second mistake that I saw people make, and it's not really a mistake, I'm not hating on anybody, you do you. But the second thing that I saw is that people lay their LEDs side by side without making them cross over one another. Also, try to find LED strips with special functions so you get this lightning effect. Otherwise, you will have just a couple of colors to play with, and that could get boring after a while. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I added a little bit of tape on all the corners that I made with the LED strip. So I did a little test run with some Christmas lights, and I just put them inside of the polyester bags just to see what kind of effects it would give me. Now I think I'm going to choose the white ones because they will interfere less with the LED strip, and they have options to play with. Like you're seeing right now, it kinda can change, whereas the yellow lights, they just stay the same all the time. Now for the next thing we have to do is to hang these Christmas lights up on the ceiling. Let's talk about these Christmas lights. When I did my research, I saw that the people who used the most amount of lights got the best results. And that kinda makes sense, because it is the lights that make your cloud come alive. You can buy more LED strips, but those are more expensive. So a good alternative is to use Christmas lights or fairy lights as the background lighting, so you can fill out your clouds more. To hang the lights, I just used some duct tape. And if I had to do this project over again, I would have used even more Christmas lights. Now that the lights are up, it's time to make some clouds. A lot of people use adhesive spray. What they don't tell you is that this glue smells really bad and it's terrible for your health. So we are not going to use any glue. Instead, we will use a staple gun. Mine is an electric staple gun, but you can use a mechanical one as well. It is way easier, faster, and it doesn't stink. If you rent a place, however, I wouldn't suggest you do this because it will leave some tiny holes in your ceiling. Although you can probably fill it up with some putty. For me though, I bought this house, so this isn't really an issue. If there are any children or irresponsible adults watching, please consult someone that can help you not to put any staples in the electrical cables of the LED strip or cables that might run through your ceiling. The last thing I want to talk about is how you form your clouds. You're basically making an artwork that you're going to be looking at daily. So take your time to form the clouds in a natural way and make them flow into each other as if they were shaped by a stormy wind. You can also add or remove polyester to play with how much light comes through your clouds.
You keep bluffing, you've got nothing. I'll keep hustling.
Remember, in the beginning of this video, I showed you guys two different types of materials, namely polyester and polypropylene. Well, here you have the results of those two types of materials being used. If you look at the two different materials, they mix really well together and it gives the illusion of different types of clouds. So I'm really glad that I used both materials. Now I'm gonna leave you guys with a little montage of the end result of this project. Enjoy!
I'll leave the knife right in my back, so I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling, bitch I'm humbling, keep mumbling, I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing, you've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.